I want to talk about how to get the most out of an accelerator. So, not too long ago, I graduated from one of the top accelerators in the world called Straight Shot. And I wish I knew um, ahead of time how to get the most out of that accelerator. They certainly prepared us and gave us a heads up on what to expect, and the managing director was great with all that. Um, but at this point, I wish there was just a few other tips that I had going into this. And so my goal is that you could take some of these ideas and tips and hopefully apply those to your next accelerator, or maybe just something else that might relate. But basically, when you go into an accelerator like Straight Shot, the idea is that it's a mentorship driven accelerator. What they do is they have many dozens of mentors that are in the community that volunteer their time to meet with you and guide you. So it's there's a lot of flexibility and leniency. You could meet with whoever you want and stuff like that. But going into it, I wish I made a list of uh, two different types of mentors. One, a list of the top favorite mentors that the class would like vote on from before, or maybe I could just talk around to the entrepreneurs that graduated previously and just get an idea and referrals as far as like who they thought the top mentors were. Because I mean, think about it. If there's like 60 or 100 mentors, you're not going to be able to meet with all these people. I mean, you can, but it would probably be a waste of just a tremendous amount of time. But the other list I want you to think about is a list of the mentors that uh, directly relate to your industry, like, industry experts, subject matter experts. Um, so if your startup is in the health field and you uh, have a mentor that happens to be an MD and has built multiple healthcare companies, that's a perfect fit. So you really want to make these two lists. One, whoever the favorites were from the classes prior, and then two, the mentors that happen to be in the same industry that you are. Okay, so as you can see on the screen, this is just the mentorship driven accelerator that I went through. It was an amazing experience, a total blast. Learned a ton. There's a lot of hard work. And so what I did is I came out of it and I built this company. It's callonthego.com. Well, the industry that we're in is essentially sales, right? We built this sales tool. So we're a software as a service. We're a B2B company. Now, it just so happens that one of the mentors in our network was this public speaker and author and guru, I guess you could call him, on sales. So this guy travels around the world speaking to all kinds of different companies and conferences on sales. He has a few books talking about sales, and he's known for being this expert in the sales world. So I got connected with him right away. He was a huge help. Even to this day, he is a huge help. And people like that are they're just priceless, and they're in it for the love of the game. They're not there to ask you for equity or a seat on their a seat on your board, or you know you have to pay them an hourly rate. Um, there are people out there like that, but if you're in an accelerator, there's gonna be people that will do all this for free, right? You don't necessarily need um, to shell out equity or cash or whatever. Um, so yeah, those are a couple of the big things that um, that I wish I knew going to an accelerator. So obviously what I'm getting at is you need to pick the top, 1% of the mentors that are good for you and your company, and focus on those. Meet with them maybe once a week for 30 minutes, same day, same time, keep it very consistent, and make sure you report back to them your wins, your big accomplishments. They're investing all this time into you, and they're kind of like your cheerleader, like hoping that you get some big wins. So you really need to report back to them and keep them posted on that. And feel free to let them know about some big losses too, that they might be uh, really insightful, or you could lean on them for help there as well. Um, so it's really quality rather than quantity, because you will drown. I promise you, you will drown in mentorship. I mean, you'll meet with a million different people and gain no value from 99% of these people. I mean, I'm exaggerating to make a point here, but it's much better to pick, the top 1%. You meet with them on a consistent basis, and you want to keep these meetings to 30 minutes or 45 minutes. Don't meet with someone for 4 hours straight. Don't, I mean, that will suck the life out of them, and they will dread like meeting with you again, you know. Um, like with my own friends, this is just kind of an example. I have a lot of friends in Chicago, and everyone seems to be dabbling with startups or a blog or this or that. And I get calls every once in a while, or what, whatever, an email, and people want my feedback on one thing or another thing, and I have no problem jumping on the phone with them for 30 minutes or 45 minutes. In fact, I think it's a lot of fun. It's it's really cool brainstorming about a new idea with friends. Um, but after that 30-minute mark, I mean, I don't want to be on the phone with someone for 2 hours, or I don't want to meet up for coffee for 2 hours. I mean, that's the last thing I want to do. So I don't know. I think 30 minutes is a good, brief, short period of time. The other thing that you need to keep in mind meeting with these mentors is use Google. I mean, if don't waste their time and your time, meaning, if you've searched online and you've searched forums, and there's like a pretty sophisticated question that you cannot ask, that's something good to ask a mentor, right? If if it's just like, really generic questions, the mentor is just gonna get annoyed with you and wonder like, are you lazy or just dumb? Like, why didn't you get on Google and search for yourself? Don't ask them like, oh, what are some great marketing tools or, whatever. Just, you should be able to do all that research yourself. So, um, yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to think if there's anything I missed or left out here. Um, but I think we got everything covered. So, again, that's my story on going through one of the greatest accelerators in the world. Straight Shot is an amazing experience. I wish I could do it all over again, actually, and um, do things a little bit differently and meet with mentors on a more consistent basis and just keep it focused on just a few of my favorite mentors. But if you ever have a chance to go through a mentorship driven accelerator, please take that opportunity. No matter what it takes, it will change your life. It's a great experience. You'll just learn a ton. I hope these ideas and tips helped. I know it's just kind of um, a lot of concepts just kind of all over the board, but that really is my goal, to help out in some way. So good luck.